Teri. And I guess I'm what you'd call a modern day medicine person. Studied for several years with some of the top teachers from the South American shamanic practices and went through all kinds of rites of passage and ceremonies, initiations, and a really well-structured program to teach a person what they would learn in a traditional community about being a medicine person, which is kind of a jack of all trades for how you help your community to come back into alignment, to come back into health, and whatever that might mean. Sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's energetic, and all those different levels interplay. And I combine a lot of that with what I understand from Western culture, from a degree in education, with how people learn, non-traditional learning strategies, and how people make meaning. Because this is the digital age and we are bombarded with information. There's more information at our fingertips at any second than a planet can process in a lifetime. And what do we want to do with that information? How does that information impact our decisions? How does that information impact our well-being? And so the goal of my work is really to help people to build relationships. And I've done that through a lot of the work that I've done with animals. I've done a lot of work over the years with working with horses and rescuing horses and reschooling retired racehorses. And they have such heart and such passion and such intuition that it's a great teacher. It's a great feedback loop for when we're in our integrity. That's one of the real key points, integrity and awareness. And integrity is about, am I honest on all my levels? My physical, my mental, my emotional, and my energetic. Are they lining up? And what are they saying? What am I communicating? And the awareness of that, to understand it and then say, what do I want to do with it? Because that teaches us how to be in our power, how to reclaim our gifts, to know who we are. And when we can do that, then we find that it's not so much about a power struggle. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about hierarchical ranking of who's better or who's superior. When you're really in your power, you find that it's easier to let other people be in their power and help them find their power, because you don't need to be right when you feel that you're right. And by teaching integrity and awareness and tapping into creativity, it really helps us to be our own best selves on so many levels. I've studied herbs, I've studied body work, I've studied education, and I've studied healing. I get all the different levels and all the different ways in which we both receive and transmit information. And by teaching how to use creativity and ceremony and practicing that in my regular daily life, I've really come to understand and appreciate just how much we can affect change for ourselves and for others. And by tapping into those gifts and tapping into the best of who we are, how we become comfortable in our own skin, how we can make better decisions that are informed by what we want and not by what we've been conditioned to believe. And that's the work I do, and I've done it through my writing, I've done it through my blog posts, I've been doing it through audio casts, I'm starting to do it with video casts now. So I invite you to look through all of these things, look through my book, share this information with your friends if you find that it's helpful. And I do coaching, I do seminars, I do workshops, and I do retreats. And all of this work is about helping people to benefit from all of the years of the training and teaching so that you don't have to go through those experiences and you can kind of get the best of it without all of the details that built it. So I invite you to share, and I invite you to explore, and I invite you to find out who your own best self might be. Have a great journey.